Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. As I do. Now I have this tip for making a personalized or decorative vase or container from a plastic bottle. It is very easy to make and will give a very elegant touch to that simple bottle that I know all your family and friends will love. Apart from that, as we are always recycling and as you know, any help we can give to the planet is great. So without further ado, let's see what we will need to do it. We are going to need a plastic bottle, in this case 2 liters on the label, which is very easy to remove, and I will leave you the link to the video on how to do it in the description and in the video. A knife, some scissors, and finally a marker, which is merely optional. And that's all we'll need. So let's see how to do it. We take the bottle and we are going to take into account the line where the label was to make our cut there. We take our knife and make an incision of about 5 centimeters so that the scissors fit well. Then we grab these and begin to cut the entire circumference of the bottle as I show you in the video. Once we finish cutting it, we get rid of the top part since we won't need it at all. And now we only match the top part so that it is as straight as possible. It doesn't have to be exact, but it is to be as neat as possible. Now even, it should look more or less as I show it to you. Now we take the bottle again. We put it in a horizontal position and we take into account the edge of where the label was at the bottom, and that will be our guide to make the cuts of the strips that we need, and that will be the edge of our container. If the bottle you have does not have that line or edge, you can take the marker and mark a line on the scissors of the size you want these ones that we are going to cut to be so that they all look even. Now we just start cutting all the strips around the bottle, taking into account that they measure more or less a centimeter each, and we do it this way all around it as you can see on the screen. We continue cutting until we reach the end, and you should have something similar to this that I show you in the video. We hold our bottle firmly and begin to fold all the strips outwards as if they were opening the petals of a flower. Try to bend them tightly so that they are even all at once. Keep doing it with all the pieces of plastic there are, and once you finish doing it, it should look more or less like this. Now comes the care part. It is not difficult, but if you have to pay attention, you are just going to take one of the strips and fold it to pass it over the first one on one side, and place it at the bottom of the next one to hold it as shown in the video. Every time you do it, tighten the fold you made so that it stays firmly in place. I take a closer look so you can see better how it works. Take a strip, pass it over the one on one side and hold it with the next one. At first it will take a little work, but once you get the hang of it, it is quite easy. Continue doing it with all the others, being careful not to miss the ones you have already done. Once you have finished it, it should look like this, and as you can see, it looks very good and it doesn't seem like it's just a plastic bottle. And if they want to do it with a smaller bottle, it's exactly the same. We just take our razor, make the incision, grab the scissors and cut all the way around, making sure it's as even as possible. Then we place it horizontally and cut the strips, making sure that they are the same length and width, that the width should be more or less a centimeter and the length that you prefer, although it is more or less 5 centimeters. Then we fold all the strips outwards, making like a sun, and once you have folded them, remember to start with the strip you want, and you are going to fold it on top of the first one that you have on one side and holding it under the next strip. It's just interspersed each time. You pass the first one over the top and the second one under the bottom so that they adjust. And once they finish it, it should look more or less like this. Personally, I think the boy turned out better for me, but you can do it more calmly and I'm sure it will turn out much better for you than it did for me. Now we just take the large container that we had made and put a little water in it to use it as a vase. In this case I didn't have real flowers, but I put these artificial ones so you can see how it looks. As you can see, it looks very good and is very stable since the water distributes all the weight. If we see it from above, we can see the outline of our vase, and as you can see, it looks much better than if we had only put it in a glass. For those of us who use smaller bottles, these are some ideas we can use to put our toothbrushes and toothpaste, and so if we have little space in the sink, it will look great and very original. At the same time, we can use it to make a gift. In this case I added some candy and only decorated it with a ribbon. And it can be a nice detail whether for a birthday, anniversary or any type of celebration, like the one we have coming up, which is Valentine's Day. And I am sure that whoever you give it to will like it very much, since they can also use it to store their pens. Accessories are for women for their paints such as mascara or lipstick that fit perfectly. As you can see, these are just 3 ideas to use these useful containers or vases. I know that you will find other uses for them, and I am sure that they will look great on you. And we only made them by recycling a plastic bottle, so we spent absolutely nothing, which is always the main objective of this channel. So if you make them, please send me a photo by message to the Facebook page to publish it. As you already know, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share with all your family, friends and acquaintances. Thanks for watching and I hope you like this advice. As always, see you in the next videos. Thank you.